Hello and welcome to World Talks on TVP World with me, Ashim Kumar. A grassroots aid effort in Poland is gathering pace as Kyiv struggles through winter blackouts caused by Russian strikes on its energy grid. Millions of zlotys have already been raised to buy power generators for the Ukrainian capital, where residents are facing freezing temperatures without heat or electricity. Joining us now is Dominika Kulczyk, founder and president of the Kulczyk Foundation and chair of the supervisory board of Polenergia. Welcome to TVP World, Dominika, and thank you for taking the time.
Hello.
Hello.
Everybody, thank you very much for a warm welcome.
Thank you. So tell me, what made you decide that you wanted to get your foundation involved in this project?
That was my heart. It's always the best source of the best possible ever decision. But not only my heart told me that me as a woman, as a mother, as a citizen of amazing country, Poland, as a leader of one of the biggest privately owned energy companies in my country, I have obligation and privilege, actually, to behave decent, to behave like human, to do what we all, Poles, and especially entrepreneurs, shall do, feel solidarity. I think what we have the honor to be part of should be called Solidarity Energy Bridge between countries, between humans.
Right. Well, I mean, certainly that's an inspirational message there, and something that I think that many should hear and take action on. Now, you talk about partners. Who are you working with? Who else is engaged on this project with you?
Well, I am glad and blessed to say that I've been able to create a very deep, profound relationship with people that keep Ukraine in their heart, that have been working with Ukraine for years, even before the war. My father was also very involved in different very beautiful and promising endeavors that were to connect Europe with Ukraine. So I know who to trust, I believe. That there are people that have an open heart and that are very smart and responsible to deliver whatever our dear neighbors need.
Certainly. Now, tell us something about the work that your foundation is doing on the ground in Ukraine.
Well, at the very beginning of the war, we established a movement, let's call it, and the movement was called Sisterhood. This movement was about to welcome everybody, especially women with children, that need to find a new home. And whenever you need a new home, what is the thing that you need the most is someone that actually welcomes you, that feels what you may feel, that has an open heart, that understands that you need to be embraced. And we arranged quite a big help for women, for children. We then created the situation where we were giving funds, scholarships, seed loans for small actions, or mainly for little companies that Ukrainian women wanted to establish here to become independent economically, also to get their feeling back that they can create something, they can make their own living, that they are feeling that they take care of their children working in Poland and also making our country grow. I'm very grateful to all our Ukrainian neighbors that recently contributed to upscaling our economical success in Poland that we can see around the world.
Well, certainly we've seen many indications of that. But at the moment, Ukraine and Kyiv in particular is suffering from a loss of electricity. People are living in very cold conditions. Minus 20 degrees is reported as well. And I know that your foundation is involved in the Warmth for Kyiv project. Tell us a little bit about that, please.
Well, I think what is actually very important, what we've been observing last days, this beautiful gestures of Polish citizens feeling sympathy, feeling responsibility towards our Ukrainian neighbors in the times of coldness. I think you can really refer to that, obviously partly only, if you are quite freezing and then if you're lucky, and we are lucky in Poland, you can come back home and it's warm. You can make a warm meal for your children. Our neighbors don't have that situation. It should be human right. We should all be able to feel safe and warm and be able to feed our children. And I think the whole Europe also should remember that Ukrainians feeling supported, feeling that we do whatever we can do for them, they should feel empowered by our solidarity so they can fight for not only their freedom, but for the safety of whole Europe. And I believe we tend to forget that Ukraine standing, Ukraine winning, Ukraine not letting anyone to break human rights and just take their country away, it's protecting the whole Europe. I know we know it, but we tend to forget it. But this is about our future, the future of whole Europe and a future of civilized world that respects humans, respects human beings. That is our obligation to constantly remember that. We are now doing everything to just take care of our own home, children, and countries that are to protect it right now.
Understood. Now, if there was a representative of an organisation or individuals even who are listening to this, how could they contribute to the efforts of the Kulczyk Foundation?
Well, everybody shall do whatever feels is the right way of contributing. I mean, I can only suggest to be led by your human gesture. We're doing projects, but there are beautiful projects all around Poland. This action that I had a chance to participate with, Heat for Ukraine, that is an amazing thing too. They need warmth. They need also our emotional support. They need us not to be indifferent because human thoughts, human words, they also possess enormous energy. So even the fact that we are just aware that people like us, people that do us an enormous service by defending their own countries, they're defending Europe too. They shouldn't be left alone. It's a question of being a human being, decent one.
So I presume that all
everything we can do a lot.
Yes, well, absolutely. I assume that all the projects that the foundation is involved with are available on your website, and people can go there
Obviously.
and have a look.
But I really encourage every human being to do even a little gesture. That means way more than millions. That big brands of big foundations. I'm all there with all my heart, to serve peoples of pure hearts and peoples that do good for the humankind. So follow your knowing, follow your instinct, just help, just don't be indifferent.
Don't be indifferent. I think it's a very powerful message. What would you like to see, just very briefly, if you would, Dominika, what would you like to see going forward, the Kulczyk Foundation being involved with?
Well, Kulczyk Foundation, but also Polenegia, that is the amazing company, that is the biggest privately owned energy company in Poland. Well, we are to always be aware, I think, that we're one big Europe, right? And if we want to take care of our Western civilization, if we want to take care of our peace for us and future generations, we need to consider that Ukraine is Europe and that this is in our own interest to just, kind of keep it in mind that the war shall be over sooner than later. But then this beautiful country, Ukraine, that I had the privilege to visit a few times, it needs to be rebuilt. So we're ready to be support. We're ready to be together in the good times and bad times, like a good marriage.
All right. That's like a good marriage indeed. So better sooner than later, I think, Dominika, for that phase to arrive. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us and sharing your message.
Let's build a beautiful energy bridge between our two countries and between Ukraine and Europe. Let it be the bridge of all the good energy that we can send and that we can be connected by.
Well, we look forward to that. Thank you again. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you very much. You too.
Thanks. That brings us to the end of this episode of World Talks. Don't go away. Lots more coming up. Goodbye.